Hey movers, thank you so much for joining me for a little bit of backyard yoga today. Our focus is our hips and our heart, so it is an intermediate vinyasa flow. We are taking a lot of dynamic movement. It can be quite wrist intensive, so I do highly recommend that you modify, take what you need to take. That was like a gopher that just ran through in the back. Modify, take what you need to take, cut and paste, observe, skip some things, do what you need to do in order to make this work for you today. All right, so we're gonna get started in Durga Pranayama. So Durga Pranayama is all about building our lung capacity and building the breath from the low belly through the rib cage and through the upper chest region. So if you have never practiced Durga Pranayama before, which most of you have because we do it together, but there is another video in my pranayama section, the breathwork section on my YouTube channel. So go there. I think there's like a 10-minute tutorial on it if you want to break it down. So today we're going to take our left hand over the low belly, the right hand over our heart, and go ahead and just close your eyes and just find your grounding. Allow the body to relax here and allow the breath to fill both of your hands. And slowly expanding and contracting the low belly. Whenever you're ready, we will begin to breathe into the low belly. Let the ribs expand out to the sides. At the very top of the breath, lift the chest. As you exhale, relax the chest, relax the ribs in, relax the belly in. And just carry on just like that, 3-part breath into the low belly. The ribs expand, the top of the chest lifts. Exhale, relax the chest, relax the ribs, relax the belly. So you want to make sure that you try and hit those 3 parts within 1 inhale and then 1 exhale. Let's take one more. And go ahead and just relax the breath. And just listen. Let's set our intention for showing up for ourselves today. Plant a seed right in that heart space. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. One more inhale. Breathe it out. All right, let's blink the eyes open. We're going to begin here in our child's pose. So make your way with me into your variation of child. Remember, your knees can be together. If you want to lengthen, kind of create a little more space in your low back. If you want to open up the hips right away, you can touch the toes together in the back, take the knees wide. Let's just soften everything down. Surrender the mind down to the mat. You can rest your elbows down. Maybe face the palms open towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. Relax the hips. And just breathe. And just take root here for a few more breaths. On your next inhale, let's rise into our tabletop position. So draw those knees back to about your hips width apart. And let's start to move through our cat-cows. Big inhale, let's arch. Big exhale to round. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round it out. Let's just take a few more in our own time. Inhale, meet me back in a neutral spine. We're going to start to circle the shoulders over the wrists, and we're going to circle back through our child's pose. So maybe touching the hips back towards your heels. Maybe you want to tuck the toes under like I am to get an added toe stretch. And let's circle the other way. And coming back to center. Let's take a little wrist flexion now. We're going to take the tops of the hands down to the mat. We will be spending quite a lot of time with our hands in that wrist extension. So we're going to take the opposite. Remember, you don't have to take the arms all the way straight here. Bend them if you need to. Feel free to bring a little bit more weight into the lower body. So you want to be gentle with this one. And slowly release. Oof. All right, give each one of those wrists a little circle out, maybe a little wiggle of the fingers, a little shake. All right, we're gonna take this right up into our first downward facing dog. So tuck those toes, send the hips up. Start to bend one knee at a time. Maybe holding each one for a little bit longer today. Get that nice calf stretch in. Let's take a scan through the body. So just make sure our awareness is in the fingertips, make sure we're gripping there. Awareness in the base knuckles, really press down. Especially for our wrists today, I want you to double check, okay, that your index finger is facing forward, or if your wrists are a little more sensitive, if your shoulders are a little more tight, to take the hands even wider, so that, not wider apart, but just turn the hands out so that the webbing of your thumbs is pointing forward. That's just gonna give us a little more space, especially today. From the inner wrist all the way through the upper arms, firm in like you've got that imaginary block. At the same time, try to spread across the shoulder blades, draw the belly, the ribs in, reach those hips a little higher, firm the inner thighs like you've got a block there as well. And lastly, just root down through those heels as best you can. Remember, you can always bend the knees. One deep breath in. Deep breath, clear it out the mouth. As you exhale, let's bend the knees, walk the feet forward, up to the hands. We're gonna keep our feet about hips distance here and just bow the head. Once again, option to bend the knees. And you guys know whatever variation here that feels good, take it. Maybe sway, maybe grab the elbows, maybe interlace the hands behind the back. This is my favorite. Wherever you are, just allow all of that upper body weight to fall heavy. Just let it go. All right, let's release the arms. Take a deep breath in, deep bend in the knees. Let's roll the spine all the way into our standing position. When you reach the top, take a little shoulder roll. Give everything a little shake out and step forward with me towards the top of the mat. I'm not going to step as far forward just so I stay in my frame here, but you step forward towards the top of your mat. Bring the feet together, just a little sliver of space between your heels, remember, or you can stay in your hips distance position. All right, let's start to warm up with Surya A. Hands to your heart center here. Take a deep breath in, expand up towards the sky. Reach higher as you exhale, bow forward. Inhale to your flat back, nice long spine. Exhale, plant the palms. We're stepping back to that plank pose. Wrists underneath those shoulders. Heels right over the balls of the feet. That same alignment from our down dog applies here, remember. Hold here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let's shift forward, shoulders past the wrists. Your variation of chaturanga, lower all the way down to the belly with me here. Untuck the toes, make sure you press down through the tops of the feet. Baby cobras 3 times. Inhale, draw the belly in. Let's lift just the chest, float the palms. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest, float those hands. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, lift that heart, lift the palms. And release it down. Go ahead and move through your child's pose to counter or take it right back to your downward facing dog. One more breath here in our down dog. Let's exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop it forward. Find your half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, let's rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Let's take one more round of Surya A. Sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Step it through your Vinyasa. Okay, go ahead and meet me on the belly once again. We're going to untuck the toes, bend your left knee, and we're just gonna step the ball of the foot behind us now, okay? And then lift up through the hips and the heart, find that wild thing. First wild thing of the practice, we're gonna be here quite a lot. As you exhale, lower the hip down, roll back onto the belly, bend your right knee. We're just switching, step the ball of that right foot behind you. Inhale, lift up through the hips and the heart. Exhale, lower on down, roll back onto the belly. Take it back through, once again, that child's pose or your downward facing dog. Steady the breath here. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, let's go into chair pose now. Take the fingertips, tap the mat for depth. Inhale, lift those arms up. Now we're gonna shift into the toes. Go ahead and lift your heels. Firm everything in towards one another. Your ankles, your inner thighs, your low belly, even your glutes. See if you can open that left arm to the left side. Whew. Breathe here, keep firming in, I'm with you. Good. Soften the heels down and then just reach that left arm up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, your vinyasa. Remember, child's pose, chaturanga, downward facing dog, you choose. Breathe it out here. All right, inhale, take that right leg up towards the sky, point the toes. As you exhale, bend the knee and open up the hip. So try to reach that right kneecap higher. That left heel tries to root down, really feel this stretch. The challenge here is to keep the shoulders nice and square. So we don't want to allow the chest to open to that right side. Try to gaze at the mat. Draw the belly, the ribs in. Slowly shift forward. We're gonna flip our dog into that wild thing. So spin to the outer edge of the back foot, land the right ball of the foot behind you. Inhale, lift up through the hips and the heart. Think about this as a back bend, okay? So draw those shoulder blades towards one another just slightly. As you exhale, we're gonna hug the right knee in towards your chest and step it wide into your lizard pose. Okay, so take time with that transition. It does require quite a bit of control. Soften that left knee down, and we're here in lizard. And just take all those little wiggles or variations that feel good for you here. All right, now this is where it's going to get a little bit funky, and I'm gonna show you a couple different ways we can do this, okay? If it feels okay for your wrist, you're gonna take the left hand, and you're gonna turn it so that it faces towards the back of the mat, okay? Or the fingertips point towards the back of your mat. You're gonna lift the back knee up and step it forward and through so that we do wild thing towards the top of the mat, all right? So let me just demo this once, all right? So make sure that your wrist is about underneath your shoulder and that you have enough space in front of you. You're going to send this left leg through, inhale, lift up through the hips and the heart. You're taking wild thing, okay? Now, if you tried that and that didn't feel great for the wrist, you can totally skip this, okay? And you can just step the back foot through and just meet me in the seated position, because that's where we're all going to meet, all right? So you kind of explore what feels all right for your wrists. Like I said, I do recommend if you have really sensitive wrists or if this gives you any wrist pain, just go ahead and skip this, okay? You just don't want to put any unnecessary pressure on the wrists, okay? So if you're here though and you flip that wrist, go ahead, send that left leg through. Inhale, lift up through the hips and the heart. As you exhale, we're all gonna meet in the seated position. Cross that right foot over the left. Keep this left leg nice and flexed so it's active, and we're just taking a twist. Left elbow either to the outside of that knee, or you can just take that wrap. And focus here on opening across the chest and the shoulders. So remember that heart openers are not just about back bending or back extension, but it's really about creating space across the chest, across the shoulders, across the collarbones. Good, inhale, unwind. Now, we're gonna try to go back from where we came from. So you're gonna place that left wrist down, uncross the foot, come back into that wild thing. If you skipped this, go ahead and just meet me back in your lizard pose with that right leg forward, okay? We're gonna inhale, lift up into that wild thing. As you exhale, I lower my bum just a little bit and I try to send this left leg back. I can use both of my hands for support here. Meet me in lizard pose. I know it's a bit funky, okay, but try it out. We're here in lizard. We're gonna move this right foot in and just find your low lunge. Sweep the arms up. Go ahead and grab the elbows and just lift the heart. Draw the belly, the ribs in as much as you can here. Circle all the way around. You choose child's pose, chaturanga, or downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out the mouth. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward, top of that mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Let's take the second side. Take the fingertips, tap the mat, sweep the arms upward in chair. Shift forward into the toes. See if you can lift those heels. Firm everything in towards the midline. And then see if you can open that right arm to the right side. Try to keep the knees and the hips pointing forward, just that upper body's opening. Soften the heels down. You can reach the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, your vinyasa, child's pose. Maybe step, maybe jump back through your chaturanga, or skip everything and just meet me back. Downward facing dog. Second side here, inhale, left leg goes up, point the toes. As you exhale, bend to the knee and open up that hip. So remember, we talked about this on the other side. It's really easy to want to follow kind of that momentum of that top leg and open the chest to the left, but I want you to really square the shoulders so that your armpits are pointing down towards the mat. Keep the arms nice and straight, firming in. Let's shift forward now so that the wrists are just about underneath your shoulders, and just land the ball of the left foot behind you. Inhale, lift up through the hips and the heart. We're in our wild thing. As you exhale, hug that left knee up and in towards your chest. Can you transition wide into that lizard pose? Land that right knee down. This is our moment here to kind of catch our breath, wiggle around, open up those hips. All right, now is where we're going into that transition. So if you are going to wild thing it out with me towards the top of the mat, you're going to take your right wrist, flip it around so that the fingertips point towards the back of the mat. Now remember, let me just show you on this side. Remember that you don't want to take the hand and flip it around right from where you are. You do want to move it back a bit, kind of anticipating how much space you'll need, and maybe you'll learn this along the way as well, just kind of what distance you'll need to take the wrist back. But I take it kind of almost just in front of my back knee. Okay, so you flip the wrist around, or remember, you can always skip this and just meet me on your bum at the top of the mat. But if you're moving with me here, take the back leg, we're gonna move it through, extend it forward. Inhale, lift up through the hips and the heart. As you exhale, soften the bum all the way down. Keep that right leg, the right foot nice and flexed. Cross the left foot over. Big inhale to reach up. Exhale, you're twisting it out. Just remember to draw the low belly in. Focus on opening across the collarbones. Remember, you only have to move your neck here to look over that left shoulder if your opening of the chest is inviting you to do so. One more breath here. Inhale, slowly unwind. We're gonna take the right hand, place it down behind you. Sorry about that little vehicle that went by. Place the right hand down behind you. Remember, the fingertips point towards the back of the mat. Inhale, lift up into that wild thing. As you exhale, can you send the right leg back through into your lizard pose? And I tend to use both of my hands to do that. Soften the right knee down, wiggle the left foot in just a bit so you can keep your feet about hips distance. We're finding our low lunge. Heart towards the sky, grab onto those elbows, lift the heart. Circle the arms all the way around, plant the palms, step it through your variation, your child's pose, your chaturanga, your down dog. First round complete. Well done, you guys. One more breath here. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, back into that chair. Take the fingertips, tap, sweep up. Shift into the toes. Let's lift those heels. Let's find that open chair twist balance. Can you open that left arm to the side? Now, I find it's a little more challenging if you shift your gaze to the side. If you want to make it a bit easier, just look forward. Just make sure the hips and the knees are pointing forward as well. Soften the heels down, reach that left arm up. Extend, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale your vinyasa. Meet me right back in your downward facing dog. Check in. Steady your breath. All right, inhale, that right leg goes up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Breathe here, keep those shoulders nice and square. Shifting forward now, go ahead, flip so that the right ball of the foot lands behind you, lift up through the hips and the heart. As you exhale this time, can you hug your right elbow towards the right knee? Give it a little kiss here, and then inhale, come back to that wild thing. Exhale, knee to that elbow. Inhale, wild thing. One more time, exhale, knee to that elbow. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, can you hug that right knee in towards the chest, step it wide, just like we did before. Soften that left knee down, we're in lizard pose. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Shifting that left wrist so it points towards the back of the mat. We're gonna pick up this back leg, move it through into your wild thing towards the top of the mat. Exhale, soften the hips down, cross the right foot over the left knee, twist it out. Inhale, let's unwind. Okay, uncross the foot, plant that hand down, lift up, find that wild thing. As you exhale, send it back, lizard pose. Now this time we're gonna move the right foot in towards center and pick it up into warrior two. So let's find our Virabhadrasana 2. Take a moment here, front heel to that back arch of the foot, strong through those arms. Flip that front palm open, big inhale, reverse that warrior, open up that side body. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. One more time, inhale, reverse it. Exhale, cartwheel all the way down. You choose your vinyasa. Really building that heat now. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Big breath in, Utkatasana. Find your chair. Shift forward into the toes, lift your heels. Let's go, open that right arm to the right side. Remember, you can use your drishti here to help you balance, fix that focus forward if you're really finding yourself wobbling, like me. Soften those heels down, reach the arm up, release it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, vinyasa. If you're finding yourself getting pretty fatigued here, remember you can always skip those chaturangas. Inhale, take the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Breathe here. Arms are straight, firming in. Shifting forward, flip to that wild thing, land the left ball of the foot down. Inhale, lift up through the hips, lift up through the heart. Now, can you hug the left elbow towards that left knee? Oop. Inhale, find your balance, wild thing. Exhale, curl. Inhale, wild thing. One more, exhale. Inhale. And exhale, hug the left knee up and in towards your chest. Step forward, lizard pose. Soften that right knee down. This is our moment here to catch our breath. All right, let's adjust that right wrist. Fingertips point towards the back of the mat. We're gonna pick the back leg up, move it through. Wild thing. Exhale, soften down. Left foot crosses over that right knee. Twist it out. Nice deep breath in to lengthen the spine as you exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. Take that right hand behind you. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, make your way back into that lizard pose. This time, we're gonna wiggle the left foot in. Let's find our warrior two. Let's find your stance here, Vira two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side. One more time, inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel all the way down. Your movement, your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in, breathing it out. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Bring your right hand over your heart center, your left hand over that low belly. And just breathe, stay present. Feel the rooting of your feet. Feel the lengthening of the spine. Feel your heartbeat. All right, blink those eyes open. We've just got one more standing round, you guys. Let's do it together. Take the fingertips, tap, Utkatasana. Shift into the toes, lift those heels. Open that left arm to the left side. Breathe here, keep firming in. Take that left arm back up, soften the heels down, release. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Okay, last time for this right side. We're gonna add on a little bit more. Take the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Let's shift forward, find that wild thing. Heart and hips towards the sky. As you exhale, curl right elbow towards that right knee. Inhale, land it to that wild thing. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Keep pressing away from the ground. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Inhale, land. Exhale, right knee in towards the chest. Step it wide into that lizard pose. All right, now, here's where we're gonna take it up, where we're gonna take it up a little bit. So, option number one is to pick up that back knee and take it back through plank and then take the left leg forward. So you're just going to switch here from side to side. If you need to take it back through your down dog to give you a little bit more space to move that other leg forward, also an option. okay? So you're taking it and you're switching, okay? The next option is to actually take the lizard jumps, and you're gonna switch the legs each time. So I'll show you. It'll be something like this. And make sure you breathe, okay? Really easy to hold your breath. So we're gonna take whatever variation, and I'm just gonna count for 5, and you're going to land with the right leg forward in our lizard pose, okay? So find yourself in your lizard pose with the right foot forward, pick up that back knee, your variation. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Land with the right foot forward. Adjust that left wrist, remember? Fingertips to point towards the back of the mat. Step that back leg through, big inhale. Exhale, land it down. This time, we're gonna spend a little more time here, okay? So sole of that right foot to the left inner thigh. No twist here. Take a deep breath in, lengthen up. Exhale, take it forward, any amount. Stretch out that hamstring. Soften the neck, soften the shoulders. Breathe here. Inhale, slowly ease your way up. Now we're gonna find our way back into that wild thing. So left hand lands down, inhale, lift up. As you exhale, send the left leg back through, just like we've been doing. This time, go ahead, find that warrior 2. Adjust your stance. Remember to watch that front knee. Keep it tracking in line with about the second toe. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side. One more time, inhale, reverse. This time, as you exhale, option to stay here in the side angle pose. Really press down through the outer edge of the back foot, or take a bind. Take that left arm behind the back, right arm underneath the inside of the front thigh. See if you can connect the fingertips, open up the chest here, okay? Try not to close off the shoulder. Heart open. Hold here for a good 3, 2, and 1. Well done, you guys. Release it. Take it through your vinyasa. Meet me back. Downward facing dog. Feel all the feels here. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Okay, we've just got one more side. Let's take it to the left. We're gonna inhale. Forgive me, guys, just fixing my wire here. Let's take it into that chair. Shift forward into the toes. Firm everything in. Open that right arm to the right side. Maybe play with your gaze. Soften the heels down, reach the arm up, release. Inhale to that flat back. Exhale, vinyasa. Maybe at this point, you're feeling like skipping all those. More power to wherever you are. All right, inhale, left leg goes up. Bend to that knee, open up the hip. Shift forward, find that wild thing. Inhale, heart towards the sky, hips towards the sky. As you exhale, curl the elbow towards the knee. Remember to keep pressing away from the ground. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, curl. Inhale. One more time, exhale. And inhale. This time as you exhale, knee to the chest, land wide. Find that lizard pose. All right, soften the knee down for a moment. Choose which variation you're going for on this side, whether you're jumping or stepping or moving through down dog and taking one leg forward at a time. All right, let's pick it up. Let's go for 5. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land with the left leg forward. Flip that right palm around. Send the back leg through. Inhale. Exhale. Find your seated position. Whew. All right, we're gonna spend a little time here. Thank God. Left sole of the foot to that right inner thigh. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen forward. Breathe. What can your breath offer you in this moment? Filling, emptying fully, sending that fresh oxygen to the muscles, fresh prana, energy. All right, inhale, ease your way up. Take that right hand, place it down behind you, lift it up. Find that wild thing. Exhale, send that right leg back through. We're finding our warrior 2. Align the feet. Strong through the arms. Flip the front palm open, reverse that warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side. One more time, inhale, reverse. Exhale, option to stay here in the side angle or take that bind. Right arm behind the back, left arm underneath the inside of the front thigh. Once you find it, lock it in here, open the heart. Open across that right shoulder. Hold for 3. Work through the shaking. 2. I'm definitely shaking here. And 1. Release it. Celebrations. Last vinyasa. Everyone meet me here in your balasana. Meet me in child's pose. Soften down. Give your wrists a little bit of circling, maybe a little bit wiggling of the fingers. Maybe take a little sway from side to side. One more breath here. On your next inhale, let's make our way into a seated position. Super job, everyone. Okay, we're gonna find a comfortable seat here to come into a short meditation, just a short time of stillness. Let me just get my timer here. Get comfortable, find your prop, find your wall, your chair. Sit nice and tall, close your eyes. So I'm sure after that flow that the body is really speaking to you. So just listen in, observe the hips, observe the heart. Observe where you are on a physical level. Bring your attention to your breath. And just take note of your rhythm. Start to slow the breath down. Let's begin to practice allowing those thoughts to just float by in the mind. Let whatever needs to run through the mind space, just let it. Let them come, let them go. The only thing you need to do here is just be. Long breath in through your nose. Take a long breath out through the nose. One more inhale. And exhale. Let's make our way down onto our back body. So hug the knees in towards your chest. And let's just rock a little bit, side to side, circle those knees, maybe circle out the ankles. Let's take a bridge pose. Plant those feet down about your hips distance. Remember your heels stacked just about underneath those knees. Arms down at your sides. Big inhale, lift the hips up. Let's take the arms overhead. Just grab the opposite elbows or maybe grab your wrists. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Exhale, release the arms down, and then release the hips all the way down. Feet, knees, arms wide. Let the knees rock to the left as you look right, and then switch. Gently rocking side to side. Let's bring the soles of our feet together, the knees wide. One more time, let's bring one hand over the heart space, one hand over your low belly. And just come back to the breath. Maybe taking a few Durga breaths here. Just like the beginning of our practice, except this time you can really feel a difference with the back body grounding you into the earth. One more breath here. Gently draw our knees together. Let's find our happy baby. Take the knees and the feet wide. Try to face the heels towards the sky. Take the knees even wider. Tailbone draws down, belly draws in. Little sway. If there are any other movements that you need to close this practice, go ahead and take those now. We'll meet in Shavasana whenever you are ready. Soften through the ankle joints. They've served you well. Soften through the wrists, the hands. They've served you well. Softening through the whole body, from the crown of the head, down through the tips of your toes. And just let the body melt. So feel free to stay here in your Shavasana for as long as it feels good. Otherwise, begin to bring awareness back into your physical body. Find a few micro movements here. Let's take a full body stretch. Reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, bend your knees, roll over onto your right side. And just take a moment here of gratitude. Take a moment to really honor your body. Whenever you're ready, let's rise. So make your way back up into any comfortable seated position. Sit nice and tall. And just observe your body's response to this practice. And let's seal it all together with the breath. Take a deep breath in, sweep up. Exhale to your heart center. Deep breath in. Breathe it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Let's bring our thumbs to our third eye and just bring awareness to clear, conscious thoughts. A refreshing of the body, a renewing of your mind. And namaste.